When you start the program, you take into the acknowledgement screen. Please read the terms and conditions of use. If you don't agree to any one of those, please close the program. If you agree to all of them, please click agree, then take into the home page. The home page is divided to 3 sections. On the left hand side is the list of events. The middle side is the classes, depending on the event selected. And the right hand side is competitors, depending on the event and classes selected. Now let's say we want to create a new event. So event setup, start date, end date of the event, event name, you can select one from the list because events usually the same. Event location, you select one from the list. Event type, CDE or driven dressage. Let's say driven dressage, click save. We're adding classes to that event. So now some of the classes already been added and in the memory. So we just type 2, 1, 2, it will type the rest for us, but let's say we type something new. And add to the list. We have 3 classes. This is the event we just created, and here are the 3 classes. To enter competitors, we select the class we want to enter and simply just select competitors and horse name from the list. Another competitor, and again just select from the list. To enter the dressage scores, we get to the dressage score entry screen, and you see the competitor number here represents the 2 competitors we created. However, if we go to another event, another class, we have a different list of competitors, and then we're going to get a different list which is relevant to that event and that class. So we go back. Let's say we have 10 movements, not just 8. So we turning to 10, and save reset is not going to save because the data is empty. And now we have 10 movements. Let's enter the numbers 3, 4, 5. I don't need to click enter or plus, it jumps to the next cell automatically. Let's do 6.5. so 6 point, the automatic correction of the numeric spell checker correct it for me and put 6.5 here. 7.5, again 7 point, and put 7.5, comes to the next cell. 8, 9. Now let's make it 10. 1, 0, asking me 10 or 1, 0. So arrow left and right, I can select, hit enter, and we get 10. Now let's do 1, 0. So 1, 0 again, 1, 0, and now we are at the top of the next column. Again enter 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8. Now let's make a mistake. Instead of 9 we put 2. You see the X remain X, it didn't become tick. And now 10, 1, 0, enter, and 1, 0, arrow to the left, and we have 1, 0. Here we have an error, so we check the papers. Movement number 7, it pinpoints which movement. We check if it is 9 or 2. We think it's 9, put 9, and now we have no more errors. Click save, and the data is saved. And this data can be viewed and printed out as an interim result. We can enter all the data for all the other competitors, and of course we can enter other judges for the same competitor or another competitor or another test. To print the placing, you click print placing. It takes a few seconds, and here we go. One judge, that's the total, divide, new total, and the placing. Here are some other options already been running with the data, so let's print another one. Print placing. This is a CDE event, so now we have the coefficient for this class we have a coefficient, a different coefficient for this class, and we have here 5 judges. Because 5 times we selected the judges, we don't need to enter 5. Here again 5 judges here. That's the totals, the divide, possible score, and placing. Another option is print placing. When we have 2 tests, not just 1 test, then test 1, test 2 appears here, and we're calculating the scoring and the result based on average or best score. So I just zoom in a bit. So here we have average, because average selected here. So 64.31 is the average of these two numbers. We can select best, and we have the placing depends on the best out of the 2 scores. Via the settings, we can change the penalty variations, add new penalties, new rules, create some, delete some, or change the existing ones. Entering the arena without a whip, for example, instead of 10 penalty points, we make it 37 penalty points. And we can reset to September 11. So let's say entering arena without a whip, if we make it 37 or 48, home, and now if we enter the penalty point, entering arena without a whip, 48 points. Settings, penalty variations, reset it again. Settings, set decimal places. We can change the decimal places from 2 to 1 or 3. The percentage, the score should be 2 actually, so we leave it 2. Average, whatever the rule changes, we don't need to upload a new version, we just change through the settings. And the same we can do the coefficient. The 160 is standard at the moment internationally, but again we can change it to any other number we want to without uploading a new version. The user manual, frequently asked questions here, and exit application, and then you simply click exit application.